tell you something. It's two people that's gonna forever be in my. I shouldn't say two people. It's more than two people, but it's two people I'm gonna mention right now that's gonna always be in my good graces. Kendrick Lamar. Okay, you gonna always be. I ain't, bro. You just doing what you did over the last year. I know it's a lot of folks who can agree with this, especially those who have been doing content. You've changed a lot of lives for the better. And although we only had one opportunity to work with one another, it's wild to me how many times we have crossed paths, either through mutual friends. There's like different time stamps, right? The last time I saw you was when I first started dating my wife, and we went to an event in Anaheim. And shout out to my dog Be Fresh, who's been on this platform before. It was his release party, and I seen you there, and man, everybody was taking pictures, and I told my wife, I said, look, we gotta be very, very natural and normal, and you gotta let folks know. Because everybody want to drain something from these people. From these folks who are in this position, they want to drain something. I know this is going to sound crazy, but don't ask for a photo. Why? Because we will cross paths again. I don't know why I feel that way, but it keeps happening. During the battle, you DM me. And it was short and sweet. The DM that I got from Kendrick, short and sweet. Straight to the point. Obviously, I'm always aligned with TDE because of that being my first opportunity in terms of placements with Ab-Soul. Obviously, some of y'all already know somebody from TDE is going to be joining us here next week, and it's not Ab-Soul. This one is actually a surprise to me. Information to come about that really, really soon. But, sir, all my life I have seen Power 106. And in my mind, I was like, you got to have a song. You got to have a major feature. You got to have something in order to get radio play. Now, radio play is very much a different sport today. Obviously, we all, I don't really listen to the radio like that. But no matter what, it's like being in the newspaper. It really does mean something to some of us. You guys may recall, I had a guest on here. Look in the chat. You might see the name that's going to be here, by the way. We had a guest on here, right? We had a very, very distinguished guest on here in DJ Charisma. And if you guys recall, she said this. And mind you, I'm still at this point getting to know DJ Charisma. Like even when I interviewed her, I had met her twice, but it was so in passing that I was like, she don't owe me nothing. But damn it, man, when I tell you that DJ Charisma is a real one, and how much I got to understand her even more in her environment, bro, she got an ally for life. That's the second person. She got an ally for life. You may recall in our interview, after it was over, after she saw I wasn't trying to clickbait nobody, I wasn't trying to catch nobody up. I really want to do, honest, I guess, journalism, but honest interviewing and ask the stuff that I feel like people don't ask anymore. At least the questions where you care. Remember when she said this at the end of the interview, though? Thank you so much for your time today. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen.
Curtis King, I love this channel.
Come on. Well, I'm honored. I'm still, regardless.
Well, I'm going to get you to LA. Now you got to come to Power 106. All right? We're going to do that. You're going to come. You're going to come kick it with me on a Saturday night. We're going to go live. You ready?
Wait.
The opportunities, you ready?
Hold on, the claps was a little bit too loud. I think I might have heard you say something. But you say again one more time.
I said, what's up? When are you going to come to Power 106 and be live?
Yeah, I started blushing. Shut up.
Let's go. Come on. It's time.
You just let me know when. First of all, you let me know I'm there. I'm there.
He's got to make that 2-3 hour San Diego drive. But when you're ready, we can do it any Saturday night. Come on. Doors are open.
I'll make that 6 hour drive if I got to make a 6 hour. Oh, God, I would. But it wasn't that long. It was about 1 hour, 45, 2 hours. It wasn't that long of a drive. I made that drive last night. You were blushing. Stop saying that, Courtney. You ain't supposed to co-sign anything Kwaku say. You ain't supposed to. Brittany. Well, I don't expect nothing of you, Brittany, because ever since you made that joke about, damn, you must have been 21. In that picture, I don't expect the best out of you ever. I don't ever expect the best out of you when it comes to talking about me. I don't expect nothing. I'm just playing, Whitney. But she, so the week is going on, whatever. Wednesday comes around. I hadn't hit her. Matter of fact, in this interview, I said I wasn't going to do this Saturday, but probably the next Saturday after. And I was like, all right, cool. People get busy in L.A. Right? And I don't mean that in a slang way. I mean, like, motherfuckers get busy and they forget. Like, oh, yeah. I got you, Curtis. Well, not this week because of this. Not this week. And I thought to myself, damn, Coachella is going on this week. Maybe whatever. I shot my shot and I said, hey, I wanted to follow up to see about coming down to L.A. And she was like, yeah, here you go. Here's the address. Show up at this time. Oh, so this is for real. You got to understand, for independent artists, there's some of us that are like, I'm never going to get on no damn radio station because there's a lot of politics that go into it that are beyond just making music. It's beyond just making a hot song. Shout out to my guy, Lord Racer. I'm glad you here. You gonna want to, as one of my DIYers in here, you gonna want to hang out for this one, my bro. You gonna want to hang out, bro. You know I ride for my people, man. Even if I don't know they're there. Well, I drove out there, hit her on the phone. I was like, yo, downstairs. She was like, all right, cool. Yeah, Power 106, where hip hop lives. Legendary brand, legendary radio station. Matter of fact, this was the radio station that broke the news that Dr. Dre, they were interviewing Dr. Dre when he co-signed Kendrick. Just to show you this whole full circle, right? Now, you guys remember, I sat in this same chair and I made a remix of Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar. You guys remember we did one version of it? It wasn't that good. We did a second version of it. And who was it that suggested something? My guy, Lord Racer. Well, Lord Racer was like, man, you should do this. And then it gave me another idea. And then we flipped that remix. We basically made a beat in about an hour and a half, a remix to Squabble Up, right? With featuring MC Breed. I put drums on it. I put 808s. I put a bunch of different arrangements on it. Cool. I put that out there and I was like, Miss Miles said I played it 2,342 times. I played it double that for sure. Every stream. Let me tell you what happened. So, should we start there? No, we'll revisit this. Let me go back here. We're going to start here. All right, so last night, obviously, I get invited down there and I get to the radio station. I'm not even expecting to be on air. She said, come hang out with me. She didn't say anything about me being on air or even, like, I thought maybe I'd take a photo or whatever. Like, I'm a guess. Radio is very different in that they have a very strict policy about who gets to be on what, right? I'm like, hey, you about to be on no radio station. I ain't never hog-tied nobody. She said, go ahead and sit there. I said, for what? She said, you about to be on the air. Like oxygen? What you mean on the air? She said, sit here. She got her headphones, plugged it in, and she said, here's your headphones. She said, when this light turns on red, you're going to be on air. I said, they lie. They lie. They lie. I said, they lie? She said, yeah, it's live. I said, they live? And the whole live of Power 106, they were asking each other questions. Like first she was kind of doing the radio thing and talking, and then she was like, oh, I'm about to go spin now. And then she was like, it's crazy because she didn't even tell me when she's gonna do this. I just figured it out right now. Mother I was sitting in a chair and I was like, all right, she gonna let me talk on the radio. Cool. I forgot how to talk. I sure did, Regal Love. I felt like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I felt like Ricky Bobby. I was like, don't I do this every day? Anyways, I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to just sit in this chair. I'm going to give a cup. Because she was like, oh, we got Curtis King in the building. I'm like, yeah, it's Curtis King in the building. Ha ha. I thought that was going to be the end of my radio night. I ain't going to lie to you. And she was like, yeah. I was like, radio don't usually shout out like your links to like your YouTube. I was like, I thought that was going to be the end of my night. I thought I was going to get on there and say, ha ha, it's your boy, Curtis King, Power 106. You know we had to make that happen. Yeah. Trying to squeeze my little moment. Then she went to the songs and came back from commercial break, and they start asking me more shit. And I was like, they lie? Yeah, this lie. I said, they lie? I said, okay. And I started sharing my input. She said, we got to ask you a question. How you feel about that Luther video? Since we got a Kendrick expert here. I said, I'm a Kendrick expert? I ain't never hog-tied nobody. I don't know what the hell. And I was like, it is cinema. It is cinema. I said everything I said to you guys. It's cinema. I said, I'm just mad for him blowing up the spot. I said, the West End Bonaventure got the most comfortable beds ever, and he blew up the spot. Oh, they lie? We're going to play that clip at some time. Oh, they lie? I ain't never hog-tied nobody. Anyways, she kept talking to me. And then she played a record. I think she played Squabble Up. So I was like, ain't no way my song getting played tonight. Then she asked me a question about the Kendrick record, and I was like, yeah, I'd rock with it. I said, hey, did you get a chance? Because I sent her a Dropbox of my remixes with the clean version, like she said. I said, did you get a chance to listen to it? She said, oh, yeah. Oh, it was dope. It was dope. And in my head, I'm like, oh, okay. She said it was dope, but like I'm not expecting, nobody owe me shit. I ain't never hog-tied nobody. She was like, it's dope. It's dope. And it went back to her what she was doing. And then out of nowhere, after we talked again, she said, oh yeah, by the way, at about 10:30, she said, you got somebody that can record radio for you? I said, I don't know nobody that's by a radio, but I'm gonna figure this shit out. So I put it out there on my Twitter. I'm like, hey, somebody in LA, record your radio right now. I'm finna be on it. She said, well, not because you're gonna be on it, but because I'm about to spin your remix at 10:30. I said, they lie? I said, you about to do what? She said, I'm about to spin your Kendrick Lamar Squabble Up remix on Power 106, one of the biggest radio stations of all time in Los Angeles. I said, they lie? I said, tonight? She said, yeah. So what you about to see is the most blushing ass Curtis King that you've seen, because I never thought it'd be a time, and shout out to DJ Charisma, shout out to DJ Wavy too, who was in the building. This like she got an ally for life. I told you I'd punch a bear for Deleted. I'll punch a bear for her too. Boom, right on the nuts. Bam. Look at this moment where she was finally getting ready to do it. Shout out to my sis, Bonna Don, who gonna come back here with a special guest. Bonna Don was like, bro, are you on Power 106 right now? I said, Taisha, trying to play it cool. Taisha, I might be in your Oxygen Airways. Taisha, I mean, you know, just a little song light for Friday night. Head ass. This is the moment that she spun my record. And boy, oh boy, what a moment. Check this out.
How we getting into this though? I heard my boy Curtis is in the game.
Yo, Curtis was like, yo, Charisma, check it out. I hear the Power 106 mashups, which are like legendary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, I want to see what I can do.
Curtis, what you doing on this record, man? What you doing?
Some light.
My guy went crazy on the production. Like, you put some classic beats in this. Like, what made you choose some of these records right here that are about to come up?
Shout out to my guy, Lord Racer. He suggested, he was like, do something old school, but like make it sound modern. And not you saying I'm covering up my smile. Shut up knowing me so damn well. First of all, Regal Love, shut it up. You know me too damn well. I ain't smiled like this because I kept striking out when I was playing Little League. I know this is random. I kept striking out. I kept like, even when I hit the ball, that shit was like I think I'll swing with everything I got. And that shit's like, whew, right in somebody's glove. The first time I hit the ball, nigga, the whole team was surprised. So was I. I was so surprised I forgot to run. I said, God. Well, damn. And my pop said, somebody said, run. And I started running, and I went to third base. And he said, the smile that you had on your face, he was like, you was trying to like act like you do this all the time, but I was like this. Game face. Head ass. That's exactly what happened right here. I'm over here talking about some, sound like the inside. Boy, my insides was in here going crazy. That shit was crazy. This is the remix.
I went crazy on the production. Like, you put some classic beats in this. Like, what made you choose some of these records right here that are about to come up?
Shout out to my guy Lord Racer. He I said shout out to who?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Nigga, where I go, my DIYers go. On God. Where I go, my DIYers go. Are you kidding me? Where I go, my DIYers go. Lord Racer, where you at? Where you at? Where you at, Lord Racer? Where I go, my DIYers go. You hear me? I don't care if it's at a moment where I could be like, oh, this is all about me. No. Nah. Nah. Where I go, my DIYers go. I don't know why this is not updating, but let's try it again. I need to have you up here on the screen. We got to document this, sir. Where I go, my DIYers go. There we go. Shout out to Lord Racer. Shout out to Lord Racer. I thought about you immediately when she brought that question up, because I was like, you are the reason, the train of thought that got us thinking old school remix and what eventually led to this, because you suggested another record, but I was like, oh, no, that make me think about this. Where I go, my DIYers go. On God. One more time.
Choose some of these records right here that are about to come up.
Shout out to my guy Lord Racer. He suggested, he was like, do something old school, but like make it sound modern. And this is the remix we came up with. So shout out. What's up, Disco? MC Breed, it had to happen. Hey,
MC.
He suggested, he was like, do something old school, but like make it sound modern. And this is the remix we came up with. So shout out. Rest in peace to MC Breed, it had to happen.
Hey, MC Breed. Hey, that's right. All right, y'all, man, let's get into it. It's Power 106.
Like, my brain is very weird, and maybe some of y'all do the same thing. There was still a part of me that was like, why would they play the original if they gonna play my remix? They ain't finna play this shit. There was still a part of my brain after I just talked to her that said they ain't gonna play it. I'm working on myself. I was like, they probably just gonna play like a kick and a snare or something. Probably just play like the first four bars or something type shit. Like, I ain't really tripping. Like, I'm here. This is dope. This shit was cool. Shout out to Lord Racer, whatever, like, casual, I was on the radio, either way, you know what I mean? Nigga, they played the whole song.
It's the weekend Saturday Night Live. Shout out to our brother, man, Curtis King. Hold on, we gonna get it like this. Come on.
Appreciate that.
World exclusive.
Hey.
Curtis King in the building.
Reincarnated, I'm a stargazer. Life goes on, I need a hug, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. I keep people horn on, check on my seat. I peep.
West side, baby.
Make the get off, I get off in my feet.
Come on, man.
Curtis King, come on. Hey.
That shit give me goosebumps, man. That shit give me real. Oh shit, bro. I feel seen right now. Y'all look up. Stop looking at me right now. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Damn, bro. Like, stop looking at me, man. Shit, bro. Like, that shit means something to me, bro. That shit really means something to me. It's not even about like, cause I know it's folks is like, man, radio ain't what it used to be. I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. Y'all don't understand. Like, I done went through some shit, bro. 3 years ago, I couldn't see some shit like this happening. This is not even what I'm aiming for. This is just the icing on the cake that God is showing off with. I wasn't aiming for this. I was sitting here making a remix album because I like entertaining y'all and I love making music. Man, stop looking at me. It's crazy.
Curtis
King, come on. Hey.
up my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the prize.
Shout out to DJ Wavy. He used to be Draco the Ruler's DJ. He's also from 1500 or Nothing. He's one of the first black what is it called? Is it DJs or is it host on Power 106 in a long time? So shout out to him, breaking new ground and whatnot. A really cool dude. I want you to pay attention to something I thought was really, really eerie. And this may just be a radio thing, but you know, I'm very much a God-fearing man, and I believe that God put signs out there for you, right? DJ Charisma told me this at 10:30 that she was getting ready to run this. And I didn't think about nothing at the time about this 10:30. And I'm gonna come back to the super chats. I do appreciate every single one of you. 10:30. Keep that time in mind. This is the first time I ever got radio play.
Curtis King.
There's another legendary radio station out here called KJLH. My pops used to listen to it, all that, okay? It's another legendary radio station. This was in 2011, May, mind you. We're in April, May, almost a month, 14 years ago. I'm inside of a San Bernardino apartment with my dog Jinx, and I'm jobless. I don't got no money on. All I got is a love for music. I'm in the trenches of San Bernardino too. At this time, I can't even afford to go down to the Del Taco down the street. This is, if you ever read my book, this is the apartment that I was in that I couldn't afford toilet paper. Even though I was sitting beats out, even though I had placements with my dog Ab Soul, and it don't always equal out to money. I was in this apartment, bro, and the oven would go out. We had a Foreman grill. Nigga, I got the most out that Foreman grill. One of the homies had an EBT card. Oh, we got the most out of that EBT card. I used to get the Mountain Dew Cold Reds or whatever, the blue, the Maha Blast. That was my shit. I used to eat like shit in this place. I used to eat my top ramen up. But you know what I never stopped doing? Working, bitch. I never stopped working. I never stopped working. I never stopped making music. I never stopped dreaming. I never stopped. And shout out to the DJ. His name is escaping. I think it's World Class Nick. Was somebody that I met while doing shows, and he had a night show at 10 o'clock. Almost a month from the month, and almost an hour from the hour. It's my first radio play. As I'm in San Bernardino, I can't even afford to go to a radio station, even if they invited me. They didn't invite me. But I'm sitting here listening after I listened to the whole episode online. And this is what you saw. This is a very young Curtis King, even though I look very older. It's the lack of facial hair.
A song called PCC. That is for Pumas, Cubs, and Cougars.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tone.
Swag.
Nah, yelling out swag while my song is being played on the radio for the first time is very much unk behavior.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I had no idea. I should show you how old this video is.
Yeah.
Big up to my man, Curtis King.
Bow.
The atmosphere up in this piece right now.
I'm over here yelling out Lil B ad-libs. Now contrast that with this.
Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the biometric. Ran about the Lexus up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth be full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk into it. Hurry up.
With Kendrick in the background. Hey, I know you didn't come here for a word, but God said, I never said no. I just said not yet. I said, God didn't say, I never said no. I just said not yet. I never said no. I just said not yet. You just assume I said no. And when I say yes, it'll be on your terms. I didn't make that remix for radio play. I made that remix because I genuinely love to make music. The same way
Curtis King's got a song called P.
when I made this song called PCC, it wasn't because I wanted radio play. It's because I genuinely loved Cougars at the time.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
And I felt like they deserved an anthem. My young horny self felt like they deserved an anthem. I felt like they deserved an anthem, and that's what I gave them. And then somebody said, hey, what BPM is that? I think we can spin this. What you mean spin it? Like a fidget spinner? They said, no, I think we can put this on radio. And it's played on 2 radio stations. Once again, I'm an independent artist. I don't look for these type of opportunities because to me, there's a whole political game that you got to play in order for this to happen. DJ Charisma didn't owe me a damn thing. Even coming here to be a guest, I genuinely wanted to talk to her because of how influential her voice is, how unapologetic she is about evolving radio, how unapologetic she was. Like even when I seen she brought my guys from F&W, like I rock with all them dudes. I just started connecting with T-Rail recently, and that was dope. I've known AD for years. I've known Ace Boy Pun for years. Ace Boy Pun is the person responsible for getting me my first placement with Glasses Malone and Mac 10. But God didn't say, I didn't say no, son. I told you just not yet. And so what I did in the meanwhile was what I thought should have been done, which is, or what I thought I was told to do, which is work. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. One thing you ain't gonna never tell about me is I ain't never stopped working. Anybody who will tell you anything about me, they may look at me and say, yeah, he got a mouth on him. He sometimes he'll say some shit. You know, I don't agree with all his takes. You know, bro do be like, he sometimes he could be a little cheesy, a little corny or whatever. But at the end of the day, he has always been the same person. Say what you want, but you're never going to say I stopped working. And I hope this just serves as just a reminder. Get your ass up and keep working. Biggest insult I feel like to a God-given gift is to sit around waiting for somebody else to activate it. I'm not burying my gifts, and I never bury my gifts. Even though I got this beautiful blessing to be a voice in media and interview people, I feel like it's heavy on my heart to continue creating music because that is the balance that creates the Curtis King that's here today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the balance that gets created today. So, man. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.